Okay, actually, I'm going to tell you what we're laughing about. We just said in the break, childhood trauma makes me funny. I don't know if it's true.
It probably is. I mean, listen.
We got a lot to talk about, but we're not unpacking that today.
We're not.
Because we're wearing Christmas.
We are. I got my
colors.
Rudolph on. You can't really.
We're in December now. Rudolph. Oh, my nose. I do love that show, for sure. But okay, we're here for cigars, so let's start this, and then we'll start all the bantering. I'm gonna say look how I just opened that, like brutal. I am smoking the Blueprint. This is put out by the Burn Down Podcast guys, Justin and Eric. They are the blenders for this. They make this. This is their cigar. Now, what are you smoking?
I am smoking.
Do I have to tell what it is? Hold on. We're all discombobulated. This is, okay, let's see. Let me talk about it. It's got a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. It is an Ecuadorian Sumatra binder. And the filler is a mixture of, what did they say here? It's got Pennsylvania leaf, Corojo, Criollo. How the heck? I don't know how to say
Criollo?
Like pollo, like chicken.
Like pollo? Yeah,
Criollo.
I don't know.
Criollo? I don't know. 98. I don't know why it needs a certain year. Anyway, and Nicaraguan leaf as the filler. The point is, this has a mixture of tobacco in the filler, and one of the names I am going to butcher, and Corojo. I do love all of it, really. Nicaraguan, Pennsylvania leaf, and Corojo. Pennsylvania because mostly because I love when stuff's coming out of America.
Yeah.
I just do. And that's that.
She says it's only coffee in her cup, folks. I'm not so sure.
Boom. All right. So while I cut and like this, you talk about yours. So there's no...
So this just came in the mail a few days ago. It's from the Luxury Cigar Box.
Love it.
I do too. And I love this. I usually, I choose a lot of my sticks. I choose what I'm going to smoke or what I'm going to buy by the band. This one has this one is called a Cherub's Chicken. Cherub's Chicken. She's also spiked my coffee. My apologies. But yeah, it's got a guy who is half chicken, half man with a what looks like a phaser, space laser, whatever you'd like to call it.
Yeah, that's a really cool band.
I love it. And it says Chicken AF, little band.
That almost like blown up and framed. I really like that. Actually, don't we need to save that and put that in the cigar journal.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that.
So this is from Room 101. The whole box. So if you don't know, the Luxury Cigar Club. We are big fans, and you can choose whatever level you like.
Chris and Ben,
thank you. We have the core box, which you get 3 cigars every month. They're always high quality. Doesn't mean expensive, please, but high quality. So this whole box was Room 101. And the band is very fun on this one. So this is the wrapper's Nicaraguan. The binder is Indonesian. And our filler is Nicaraguan as well.
Nice.
So
almost a puro.
But
it's got the Indonesian, which is a nice mixture. Nice blend.
Yeah.
Of Nicaraguan and Indonesian. Those two just together. That's another nice blend.
So I haven't heard of this brand, so I'm excited to give it a try. Grab my cutter.
Well, I think you haven't heard of Room 101?
No.
Oh, okay, because I think you joined Luxury like a beat after me, and I think the first box I got had Room 101's or last year in them, because you got to follow them online. It's Boofy Baby, I think it is. The guy's Instagram. I'll have to put it here.
That's hilarious.
Matt, I think his name is, or something to Matty. I gotta get I'll put it down here. But Room 101 cigars. No, yeah, you just like your finger in. They do have like cigar glue. It's like, yeah, you could. It's like.
So like I'm.
yeah. They have like a little thing that looks like a tiny little nail polish thing. Actually, I should get funny. Some. They do say true aficionados have in their kit there, even
Yeah.
some cigar glue. I've never bought it, but I know it exists. I just kind of lick it and patch it up myself. But anyway, I was saying, it's Boofy Baby. I think that's his
awesome.
Instagram. He's I think he's the owner, or either that or one of the master blenders of Room 101 Cigars.
Does it say here?
And they do a lot. Luxury does put out, they do kind of partner with them often, and they have some good stuff, good sticks, Room 101.
All right.
So I
Yeah.
do want to say, the reason I'm smoking this today, I picked this out of my beautiful tabletop humidor today, is because I just posted a ratings review on this blueprint. I will say this, I had given it a 25 out of 25 for the flavor component. It is a beautiful stick, but for the full rating, you can check out, well, I don't think I can put the link, but anyway, I think it's one of my, it's a video close to this one on YouTube.
It
You
is,
could see
yeah.
it. Oh, you saw it? You saw that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you just see it, just, I think in the description it says blueprint review, but anyway, check it out. I give a full rating, and this is definitely in my top 20. It's in the 20 because honestly, it's fairly new, and I already have my top 10 before this even came out. So
All
I
right.
put it in my top 20, but it's up there with the heavy hitters. I have to say, as a boutique cigar, it's up there. Justin and Eric, as I said in my last video, they really put great thought into when they developed this. It took them, I
Love
think,
it.
2 years to develop it, and I think they have a perfect stick. Few I've had of these, they burn pretty evenly, and it holds a nice strong ash. So
This is an easy cigar. It's a nice pull, a lot of smoke output. It's good stuff.
good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, so let's cheers, and then we're gonna get into I think we're gonna do a bricks and sticks today.
Yay!
Right? Yay! We both love it. We both love that. But let's cheers, and we're just right now today. We've got coffee. Coffee. Can you tell I'm from Long Island?
It's a rainy day. Coffee is the best.
Cheers, my
Cheers.
friend. Boom. This
Oh,
is
man.
my, that's from Dunkin, which I know I'm going to just say we're allowed to. If we're not allowed to say it, too bad I'm
I'm
saying
a Dunkin' junkie.
Well, you're from Dunkin Heaven. Or
There's a Dunkin' on every corner. Yeah.
in,
Massachusetts.
yeah,
New
is that where-
England,
is that
really.
where-
New
yeah,
England.
New England.
Yeah.
Is that where it's sent from Mass, right?
It must.
I
You know,
think-
I really.
Oh, you don't know?
It must.
I think it does.
It absolutely has to, because you can't find it any more Dunkin' than in.
Massachusetts.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. And that's her home state. Of course, we're in the Hudson Valley, New York. But yeah, and I think Subway comes from Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
That's just our region over here.
Yes.
There's like, you go to Connecticut, there's a Subway literally on every corner. When you go to Mass, there's like a Dunkin'. But mine is a Starbucks Home Brew, actually. And
I had Starbucks this morning.
Oh, you haven't? You're already on your second cup or your third?
This is my second. It is my second, but yeah, I am.
I threw some pumpkin spice.
Oh,
I think it's almond creamer in here this morning, and I
Nice.
sprinkled some cinnamon, so it's real
look
tasty.
at that! I put at home. I use. I'm a caramel freak. This is caramel as well. I don't and no extra sugar or anything. It's just the caramel makes it sweet, and I do that at home with my own coffee because, I
Nice.
like it sweet, baby. All right.
Yeah, I was feeling spunky today. I put the pumpkin spice. I actually just either drink it black or with a splash of like unsugared oat milk or half and half, just a splash, because I don't really like sugar in my coffee in general.
No, I don't really.
I have to
I mean,
be-
I do need a little.
Yeah.
I can't. There's some guys I work with. It's like, here's 5 sugars, and it's like
yeah.
a 10-ounce cup of coffee. You're like, what are you doing?
Having some coffee with your sugar
Exactly.
this morning? Yeah, I mean, people drink it any which way they love, but
How do you like your coffee? Let us know.
when I first met Jen, she did that. She was like, boom, with the sugar, and I'm like, what's happening?
And then the
Brew-
flavored creamer. And
Yeah,
then-
but
you
now
have no
she-
coffee left after that.
Yeah, that was in the beginning, 25 years ago, and now she's, when your taste buds are different too. But I was like, I don't know if this can sustain into our whole life. If I'm married to someone that puts half a thing of sugar, like you're gonna. But she doesn't do that anymore, thank God.
That's awesome.
Plus, it's crazy. At my age now, it's like, when the doctor asks you certain questions. Do you should we? I don't know if we should say this on camera, but when the doctor says like, "Do you smoke?" Do you say no?
I usually say I smoke cigars.
Yeah,
occasionally. It's not like I'm not smoking every day. I'm not smoking even when I do smoke. It's not like I'm smoking 2 a day even.
Sometimes
once
I don't
in
even smoke a whole
exactly.
stick, period,
Exactly.
in a sitting.
But I feel like I do need to disclose that.
I do too.
Because I wouldn't want to risk being like put on some sort of medication that's like you cannot have any tobacco products in this. But
no, at first when I first got into cigars, they were few and far between, and I've never smoked ever in my life. So then this was really more. I picked this up, I guess, more recently in the recent years as an adult. So I'm thinking, well, my whole lungs, my whole life, and plus, so they're like, you smoke? And I'm like, no. And then lately, I'm like, you know what? Plus, I think maybe because I have this, I'm like, if this gets,
if this gets out.
But I'm like, I have the occasional cigar in there. And one of the nurses at first was like the nurse practitioner was like, that's nothing. I thought, oh, that's what I want a medical person to tell me.
Right?
Good.
I usually get a chuckle like, really?
Yeah.
Yes? What's wrong with me smoking a couple cigars?
Yeah.
Fresh. But that's a good answer. Yeah, that's nothing. I like it.
Yeah. So, and as we say, if there's any newbies out there, welcome. But you do not inhale cigars. Everybody knows that, right? You don't inhale cigars. So, anyway, so I also kind of want to say, before we open up the Legos, that in my review of this, I have to kind of give a little disclaimer because I kind of felt bad. With my editing, I realized when I watched it back, I didn't get to really emphasize the creaminess, I think, with the blueprint and the cocoa. There's like chocolate notes inside this. It's a beautiful stick. And I think I didn't say that clearly, and I just kind of want to reiterate that because this is definitely a beautiful, creamy, smooth, open draw stick, and it goes well.
I was just going to say, it has to be great with your coffee.
It goes perfect.
Ooh,
it goes perfect.
That. What was that accent? I didn't even know.
Okay, so bricks and sticks. This is what Marcy and I decided is cool.
We say goes.
Yeah, I tell you, because there's the Master Builders, right, which is like for adults. It's not just for kids. And we're going to do the City box today, 60323 if you want to pick yours up.
Build along with us.
Come
with us as we pretend we're 8-year-olds again.
Yeah, so
my head is rolling away.
Pause it right there. Go get your, what is this? The, a stunt plate.
Ooh!
When I watch these back and I edit, I'm like, wait, there's always at least 2 sentences I start that I don't finish.
And you don't finish? That's hilarious that you're like realizing that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's, but.
I love it.
All right, so you went to Maine, and I just kind of wanted to talk about, because we were talking about, New England and Dunkin' Donuts. But so when you went up there, do you take 95 all the way up?
Oh, jeez. No, I don't think we did. I honestly don't remember. I didn't drive, so it was one of those where I didn't really have to pay attention. But
you, so you didn't drive at all?
Nope. My friend that I went with. Oh, that's not right. Here we go. She had just picked up her new Subaru.
Ooh.
She had just gotten a brandy new car, and it's its maiden voyage, if you will.
Oh, I love that feeling. I remember in I think in '97 we got a brand new, or actually Jen and I's first brand new out of the showroom, because we've gotten like new to us cars, but they were like used on the lot.
Yeah.
All that in the past, and then we finally could afford our own. It was a Honda Civic, and we were like, we need to. As soon as we pulled out of the car dealer, we were like, we need to take this thing on a trip. And so we just only went like up an hour and a half on the throughway, but we were like, oh, this feels so good. We need to like open this up.
No, we
open her up and hit 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, my So the friend I went with, she has family up there.
I love minifigs.
I do too.
I love minifigs.
So yeah, we always take a trip to celebrate our birthdays, which are in August. So in September, when everything is sort of settled down. And this does this just sit in here? This doesn't really fit in here. I'm guessing Lego knows what they're doing, so I'm just going to go with it for now.
So you stayed up there for a few nights?
Yeah, her family owns like 5 or 6 like cottages that they rent throughout the summer, and so we stayed in. It's called the Deacon's Haunt, and it's beautiful because it's just like silent. I mean, it's a little scary at night because you have no idea like what's in the woods.
Well, I was gonna say there has to be black bear. There has to be.
I'm sure.
Yeah. What did they say? Like, watch out, guys, for this and that, or did they say like, put your garbage? Because I in the Catskills, there's certain wedding spots. I'm a wedding DJ for those that don't know. When I work, especially when I'm packing up at night, but they have like there's some signs that say like beware or put your like. They actually have these really cool, like metal, steel, special garbage cans. Like the way they open and they're like contorted in a way, I guess, that the bear can't.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, on some of these outdoor. What?
I'm just an idiot. I put it in wrong. It's fine.
Yeah.
I got it. Oh my God. Thanks.
For the bear, but anyhow. But so there were signs like.
Yeah,
watch out, bears walking through here.
We were only up there for the weekend. We did not accumulate that much trash, aside from the liquor bottles. And it was beautiful. I mean, it was certainly, it was a little chilly, but it was nice. It was just, I love even just weekend getaways. Sometimes you focus more on taking the time to, I think, relax and to, like, we used the entire Saturday. We made sure that we enjoyed it.
Did you set an alarm to be like, we need to get up, we need to use this whole day, or did you sleep in?
Not really.
Yeah, because sometimes there's that fine line, right? If you're like in vacation mode, it's like, okay, I do want to sleep in, but then I don't want to miss this daylight.
Exactly. Right. We didn't really sleep in too much.
Yeah.
But we had a great breakfast, and then we just kind of. She just showed me around to her favorite places, and
so if her family has a place up there, it's like almost like a timeshare, or she's from like Maine.
She is not from Maine, but like I said, a lot of her aunts and her they're not really timeshares. They're just. Oh, you know what we watched last night? Speaking of boats and planes, I'm not really sure how this clicked, but the new Indiana Jones.
I almost put that on.
Did you?
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. I mean, it was definitely like throwback to the old ones. It's not. They didn't modernize it at all, which I really liked.
Oh, we gotta watch that. We put on Waiting for Guffman. Do you know that? It's an old.
That is an old one.
Yeah, we never saw it. And our friends kept saying, like, what do you mean you never saw it? And so finally...
I don't think I've ever seen it either.
Oh, but you know of it.
Yes, I know of it.
Because it has the guy from... what happened? Oh. Oh, no. That's okay.
I'm so sorry.
I love hanging out with you. I hope that the laughter comes across to you all out there because, anyway. So, okay, I wrote down a few would you rathers just for fun so we could talk about that while we build this. But
I love them.
Okay, some of them, I don't know. You love them, I think, more than me. But, okay, would you rather have telekinesis, which is the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, read minds? Would you rather?
Oh,
telekinesis or telepathy? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I think telekinesis. At my age,
we'll see how many of these that we do not agree on. Because last time,
I know. I was like, I'd like to be Snow White and talk to all the animals. No, I'm always on the sofa, and I'm just like, coffee. Damn it! Why is it not here? Just like I honestly, I don't want to know what people are thinking anymore. I don't.
Oh, you know what? Okay, let me see. Well, yeah, okay. Maybe I will agree with you on that one. Maybe I will. Move things with your mind. One for me, one for you. We both say, I will agree with you. Telekinesis. Would I rather? Yes. Okay. Oh, this one's a good one. Would you rather team up with Wonder Woman or Catwoman?
Ooh.
I say Wonder Woman.
I say Wonder Woman too. You know why? Because I don't need telekinesis. Because I have
The lasso of
the
truth.
lasso of truth.
Yes.
There it is.
Yep. That's the first thing I thought too.
Yeah. And
So-
I don't want to have to be in that tight spandex all the time.
With
like
the cat as Catwoman?
Catwoman?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, and I think we're very close in age, but a year or two could make all the difference of like, what shows we watched. Because
That is true.
I was heavy with Little House, Brady Bunch. Was that your era
Yes.
too?
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman, the show with Linda Carter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that was like a big thing.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And I think Gal Gadot does it justice now. Have you seen the new ones?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. They're really good. Yeah.
Well, look at that. We got to check for her and a check for me.
Yeah.
Or...
Two for two.
Look at you.
Wonder Woman. Yeah, this is fun.
You making the
I like-
cockpit there?
Yeah, this is almost kind of like Wonder Woman's plane.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, was her plane invisible too?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
And it's kind of fun, like if I don't know what, you're 40 or younger watching this, maybe just check on YouTube some of the old Linda Carter Wonder Woman shows. Just a few. It was even like, it's kind of funny to see like the way they edited it and how they made like, she'd be like spinning around and then the edits almost were choppy.
yes. Oh,
And then
100%.
it was it's like fun, the old timey the way they had to do all that magic back then without a green screen. I don't even know when green screen came back. But you know what I was watching last night when we almost put on Indiana Jones? Please tell me you know and love the Emmett Otter Christmas Jug Band Christmas.
Yes, I keep seeing that on Facebook too. It's like, you're this old if you like this was on you. I'm like, oh shit, I am that old. But no, I do remember Emmett. Yes.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Gotta put a hole in the washtub.
Well, we grew up on Fraggle Rock.
Yeah. Well, was that on cable? Considered cable? Because I actually, being so close
may have
to
been.
My mom didn't buy cable when we were little, but our proximity to the Empire State Building, I think, gave us the
Really?
like there's certain antennas on Long Island, I think, that we got whatever the channels were is what we got, like 2, 4, Pix 11, Channel 21, right? We only got that.
Well,
We did not have cable, but I think
they were different. Certainly,
Fraggle Rock was not on.
since
like,
I didn't grow up in New York, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you said Pix 11. It might have been. Geez, that might have been in. Was that an HBO thing?
I think it was because
Wow,
Jen,
kudos to my parents.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, we did not. My mom, yeah, and it also was one of those things too that we only drank water growing up, which was a good thing, of course. We know, the sugar for the kids, and my mom's a nurse, but she was like, I'm not buying soda because my cousins always had soda at their house, and because that, whatever, you're a kid, you think that's a major treat, but we never had anything like that in my
We didn't
home.
have soda either. When we went to my my Nancy and Grandpa's house, they would always have like the fun flavored soda. Like they would have like the raspberry lime and the that's interesting now that I think about it.
What with Fraggle Rock?
Yeah, I have to. I'm gonna do a little Goog search after this and see if it was on any other channel.
Yeah, no, well, Jen, I know she had cable, and I think they had HBO, so there's certain things that she used to watch. And I think, actually, she said Emmett Otter was on HBO, like, every year for Christmas, and then, because I didn't know it as a kid. I knew of it or something, because you had to go to your friend's house or your cousin's house.
Right.
But my house, there was no cable, so, and she did say Fraggle Rock was on cable.
Yeah.
'Cause anyhow, I was like, well, I never had that. So, because there's actually a lot of things like those. There's certain '80s classic cult movies.
Yeah.
That even like my sister's husband will be like, I can't believe, because like my sister's husband will always be like, I want to show your boys, like, well, now my boys are 17, they're twins, but when they were like young, he, anyhow, yeah, he was always like, what do you mean you don't know these classic movies? I'm like, I don't know, I didn't have cable, so.
Yeah. And yeah, even when my girls were, I mean, they were definitely older. I want to say, like, Emma was probably, maybe 13 or 14, and I was like, okay, we need to watch The Neverending Story, we need to watch Labyrinth, and, what was the other one that was big for me? And now I can't remember it, but she loved all those, and thankfully, because they're classics, and you really, I hate to lose those. I want that to stay, and I guess it's just because I'm feeling older now, but.
Yeah, I said this before, I think I'll say it again. I'm definitely going to put her connection below. She's big on TikTok. I think her name is Kelly Mano, Mano. She's the Gen X. She does the, do you know of her?
I don't know.
She has such a great site. She's putting out Gen X shit. I think it's just, like, that's her t-shirts.
Really?
Yeah, that's what she calls it, like Gen X shit official.
Oh, that's hilarious. First of all,
yeah, but she nails it, like all that. Like she did a whole thing on like Neverending Story, of like that whole like how when we were like, there was a lot of weird, scary parts to that.
Yeah, and
if you're like little and you're just like
traumatic.
Yes.
I mean,
she nailed it, because then she was like, what was it? I don't forget his name, but she's like, well, the kid was so hot.
Yeah.
She's like, so we were there for that. Like, that's so true. Like, but it was like, yeah.
It was. And our parents.
Say my name, Atreyu.
Yeah, Atreyu. That's right.
Yeah, that's definitely us.
They came out with, you can actually get Atreyu and,
bobblehead
and the horse. No, but it's like you can put them in your plant, and it's like him trying to save the horse out of the mud. But I'm like, why would we want to relive that every time we walk by it? It was the saddest thing.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, actually, to bring it back to Bert Kreischer once again, he actually was saying stuff about like all this when we were young. Certain things with shows. I think it was Wonder Woman. He did mention. And some other, like, oh, darn, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Gilligan's Island. How, like, you'd be tied up with the rope, and, like, you'd be, like, there was a lot of scenes where it was, like, we're going to, first of all, kidnapping was big.
Big, huge.
On the shows back then, which is wild and crazy, because we were, like, literally 4, 5, and 6 years old watching these insane, like, no wonder our generation was, like, the white van, that we're going to, every 3 seconds we thought we were going to get kidnapped. And I'm telling you, this lady, Kelly, on TikTok, you gotta check her out. TikTok.
Oh my gosh,
she nails it. She's like, we thought we were gonna like get burned every 3
awesome.
seconds, get kidnapped every 2 seconds. She goes, I don't know how, like we were living in fear. So anyway, Bert Kreischer, on his recent podcast, he was like unpacking something with somebody, like they were kind of getting like a little emotional, and therapy. It was great though. And he's like, no wonder I think I have so much anxiety. He's like, when I was 4 years old, I thought I was gonna get like lightning was gonna strike me every 3 seconds.
Yes.
And somebody was gonna tie me with rope.
That's really
like,
funny.
I'm like, you know what? He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Because some of that stuff was in, because like stuff.
But at the same time, we were walking to the store. It was a freaking mile and a half away. My parents are like, "Good luck. I'll see you later." It didn't matter.
You know what? And I definitely wanted to say this story. What's our time frame on this? I don't even know.
I don't know either. Go for it.
Yeah, I do want to say this. And we could get deeper. Remember how I was saying, tell you that story about 6th grade? I don't know if it's for a podcast. It could be. But when we were younger, because, my parents are divorced, this and that. So we rented our house on Long Island. And for some strange reason, I think to kind of save my parents' marriage, I have no idea. When I was in 5th and 6th grade, we went to Connecticut on the shoreline, like in Madison on the shoreline, if anyone is familiar with like Hammonasset Beach and this and that, the Long Island shore on the Connecticut side. So when I was in 5th and 6th, we lived there, and then they got divorced, and then we, without my dad, he's still in Connecticut, we went back to the home I grew up in my whole life.
Okay.
Since I was 1 year old until my whole life. Because for some reason, luckily, they had rented it out. So this and that. I think my mom must have had like a crystal ball. If this doesn't work out, and whatever we're doing in Connecticut, trying to save this marriage, I don't know what. I'm gonna run back to Long Island with my kids, which is what she did. So, but because we could walk literally about 8 houses down to the beach.
Okay.
My street was a beach street.
And
And
this is not making any
there was a
sense to me.
huge rock, and the way the sound works is when there's low tide, you could go out pretty far. And there was a gigantic rock that we would play on, and I would like leave my sneakers on it and this and that, and then wade in the water, and then forget my sneakers. I was only in 5th grade, and we'd come back and we'd walk back home. Kids, you walk barefoot everywhere in the summer, right?
Yep.
So I'd be like, oh shoot, I left my shoes. Well, high tide came and washed them away. So then I got into huge trouble, of course, because if you think we couldn't afford soda and cable,
Oh my gosh.
it's like now you have to buy me new sneakers. But how you said, like we just were able to walk to the store.
Yes.
And which is true, because I am definitely a latchkey kid.
Yep.
But the thing is, I had said to my mom, like once we,
Sorry.
it's all good.
Quick repair.
Like once I became a mom and stuff like this, and then I like look back and I'm like, Mom, you never were scared that like we would drown or just whatever? And she's
Right.
like, no, it never crossed my mind.
Isn't
Because I'm
that
like, we were literally
bizarre?
out.
Just
On the
Yeah.
sound, low tide, but then like high tide was
Just
coming
there.
in, but we're kids. It's like we're not really that mindful of being like, we better start running in, guys. Like,
yeah, no.
you know.
You have no idea what that actually means.
No, you don't really, and because I'm the oldest, I have a younger sister and brother, so it was like, I mean,
oh shit. So
yeah.
you're like,
yeah. So even my little brother, who was like literally 4 or 5, was just like out, and I was like left to watch him. Like we would never, like
Wow.
you would never have your girls are kind of close in age, but imagine like they were even more farther apart. I don't think in our generation of parenting,
yeah.
you would have left your daughter
No.
to probably watch a 4-year-old.
No, probably not.
Right, because we.
But
But that's
don't.
what happened.
That's kind
Right.
of funny.
Now you have a younger brother. How close?
My younger brother and I, we're 5 years apart.
Okay, so that's like me and my brother.
Oh,
so
okay.
when you were like 10, he was 5.
Yeah.
So then were you also responsible for his well-being just on the street, because that's what that's what was happening.
Sometimes.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, we yeah, my older brother and I really was like, my parents would send us to the store if Corey
Yeah.
wouldn't go, but
Which we established. That's from.
oh yes, from
soap
General
opera.
Yes, General Hospital.
That name's from General
Mac
Hospital.
Corey. So, I mean, now the area that I grew up in is very congested. There wasn't as much. So we could, walk the street. It wasn't through neighborhoods, really. It was actually on a major road, but there were sidewalks. But it still wasn't, we were mindful
congested.
to be like, hey, we should probably get home. My mom's going to
Yeah.
she only told us, to come and get milk, and here we are,
Yeah.
just whatever, causing some sort of trouble. But it is interesting, the shows that you watched, and then I guess, we watched them and been like, we have to be careful of, like, some white van drives up. We're going to be like, no, thank you, sir,
It is true. We had different sense of streets.
We always had, like, the password.
Mm-hmm.
We had a password. And so my parents would teach us, if somebody drives up to you, you have to ask them what the password is.
That's true too. Yeah.
And,
yeah.
like, nowadays, that's just not it. But anyway, I have screwed up this royally. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing anymore. I'm looking at the photo going, nope, this doesn't look anything like the picture.
All right, so Marcy completed hers. Ta-da! Show it.
Ta-da!
And I almost did. But anyway, that was really fun. Listen, adults love Legos too. It's all good.
Yeah,
So, you have anything you want to add?
I think we've covered it all today.
Well, this is another episode in the books. I want to say thank you for subscribing. Again, you can listen to us on Spotify under Authentically Angela Cigar Podcast. And it's actually just Authentically Angela on YouTube and Spotify. And I told you at some point I want to expand, which I feel like I'm going to be in a conundrum because I have to do the 21 or older notation when I post these. But if I want to do my woodworking and other projects, that could be for all ages. So I think I might be pigeonholed into, but we'll see how it grows.
You can rebrand. You can easily rebrand.
Well, the Angela, instead of like just like I didn't want to like do my Instagram is the Puros music and projects. I figured let me just have the YouTube be me.
Yeah.
Because then that way.
Sure.
It's whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But I say on Spotify, because you have to type, I think you have to type in Authentically Angela Cigar Podcast for it to come up because it gets buried under a lot of stuff.
Got it.
That's why I kind of say it like that.
Okay.
You know, until we get more popular, this is where, 50 to 100 down there. You got to scroll. You got to really find us, but we appreciate it when you do. Again, thanks for subscribing. It really means a lot. And so we're going to close this out. Oh, I don't want that. I want to do...
No, wait.
Oh, okay, yeah. So if you've been watching with us, thanks so much. You know this toast. Say it along with us. Right?
This one's so silly.
Is it? Oh,
This
do we
one's
need to
silly.
change it?
No, it's
We'll
your
go-
turn for a podcast.
We'll go 20 deep and then we'll change it again. How about it? I think it's cute.
Oh, I'm not saying it isn't cute.
It's corny, like?
Yes.
It's corny.
It is definitely corny.
Hey, if it's corny, I love it.
I know,
you
right?
better love it.
I'm not saying I don't love it. It's just silly.
It's all good. Let's showcase this. This is adorable. Look at that. It's beautiful.
I love it.
And I love a minifig. Love, love.
Now that he's cleaned up.
All right.
All right.
So we'll say the first line together, and then you can say this. I will say this. No, I don't even know. Should we just
say it all
the whole
together?
thing?
I think that's what we've been doing.
All right, let's do it.
We fly by the seat of our pants here.
All right.
There are
Good ships and there are wood ships. Ships that sail the sea. But the best ships are friendships. And may they always be. Cheers. Or we need like a pirate.
Oh my goodness.
Alisante. I tell you, it's kind of like close to your neck of the woods. It kind of reminds me of like the Mayflower. You know, like
That's our show, folks.
And we'll see you next time. Authentic.